Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, where I'm going to be diving into the Dimensions and Pathos, and we're going to be taking a look at the Chaos quests primarily in this one. Although before I get started, I will just quickly go over who I used for the previous ones, starting at Tier 1. This one I used a team of Jekt, Freya and Ketshi, because Freya and Ketshi both have unique HP regen, and the requirement here is to take 3000 or less HP damage, so I thought having HP regen on Freya and Ketshi that kind of stacks up together is going to be very nice, and Jekt is just really good for the free turns, and because this wave is extremely resistant to magic, you kind of have to use physical characters. And Freya is really good for the splash damage as well because it's that triple knights, so she does really good damage on that one. Tier 2 I used Kuja, Rydia and Eiko. Kuja and Eiko for the FF9 love, and Rydia is there just to make everyone hit that much harder. Of course I used Ramu because it doesn't really matter what summon you bring when you've got Rydia, because she enchants and imperils with water, and we have to use magic for this one, and these things are weak to water anyway, so yeah, Ramu's there for the Max Brave. That one I don't think I had too many problems with. I can't wait for Kuja's rework coming up, to be honest. I think I'm actually going to go with Kuja over Ace, even though I was talking to another a JP video creator called Infighter, and I told him I was going to go for Ace. I know he loves Type 0. If by some strange chance you're watching this and you hear my comments, I'm really sorry, but I think what ultimately clinches it for me is the aura. I don't like Ace's card aura being RNG. Anyway, this on Tier 3 I managed to clear this with Sephiroth, Zack and Vayne with a Bahamut summon, because all these guys do non-elemental damage, and Sephiroth really loves Bahamut. He just turns into a complete monster with his damage, and so does Zack actually. You use Rush Assault during that, and you just do cataclysmic amounts of damage. Even though these guys extremely resist magic, so Apocalypse and Tree of Saphira, or whatever it's called, wasn't doing that much damage. We still managed to get it done. Now Tier 4 gave me a lot of problems, because these things, the Spark Eyes that exist in I think they're in Maria's character event, and they really love to spam an attack called Supercell, and it just does incredibly large amounts of HP damage. I actually struggled with this one at first, quite a lot actually. I was really surprised it was so difficult for a Cosmos quest, and it's definitely the hardest of the Cosmos tier ones in my opinion. Initially I tried using Yuna and Selfie to try and out-heal, but I couldn't out-heal the damage. There was too much damage. I just couldn't do anything. So I kind of sat back and I thought for a little bit, and I was kind of like, what can I do about this, because the main problem is Supercell. And then I realised I've got Alice sitting over here, and she is just an absolute, she's the goddess of turn rate. Like, you know, her free turn rate is just absolutely immense. Everything has like high turn rate on almost all of her skills. She's got speed passives. Her EX itself is an instant turn rate. You know, she's got free turns on everything. So I'm just like, maybe I can actually burst them down before, like, if one of them uses Supercell, then Yuna can heal it up with Cheer, but if two of them does it, I'm basically dead in the water. So I took the approach that I was going to be using Rinoa and Alice and Yuna, and I was going to be focusing on Alice. I would try and focus one of these things down at once, and then when it got really close, I would actually just go into the summon, and then just constantly try and put more and more turn space in between myself and the enemies. And it did take one reset, but I actually managed to like destroy them before they even got off a single Supercell. I was really surprised that you know, that really helped. Now my Yuna is not that great. I did farm a little bit for her artifacts, but I got plenty of 330 and cursed, but I don't have any double cursed on her, which is really annoying, and it's part of the reason I've not actually used Yuna like a lot before. And I know in the Chaos era she's gonna want like 2 108s, because she has one of the lowest attack stats, and in Chaos we all know how important the attack stat is in Chaos. So I was planning to purple Yuna for Chaos, because I mean I really love her character in Final Fantasy X. She's one of my favourite characters in the series, but I'm just not sure if it's worth it, you know what I mean? To actually go that far. So we come up to Tier 5, and Tier 5 is where the Chaos quests begin. I had the most problems with Tier 6, but I'll go into that later. In this video I'm going to be taking on Tier 5, of the Pathos quest, and for this one I managed to clear it with a team of Noctis, Warrior of Light and Paine. There's actually a guy creating videos by the name of Fires. I'm sure everyone knows his videos. He's probably a better player than myself. He gets crazy scores. He's just really good at the game. And I did actually see his video. He used the same team, and I was like, you know what? If Noctis and Paine can work in Chaos, I want to try it. And they do actually work pretty goddamn well. They work a lot better than I expected, to be quite honest. I would have brought Ifrit as a summon, but the bosses are these salamanders, these lizards, and they actually have a weakness to ice, but not to fire. So I thought, yeah, it's probably better to bring along Shiva. Now, we do need Shiva for the attack. I mean, they're weak against lightning as well, but you don't want to bring Remove because Noctis and Paine really need some help to do damage, so Shiva is in my opinion the best one here. And this goddamn turtle is by far the worst thing about this quest. It is really goddamn annoying. So that's part of the reason that Warrior of Light is here. He just makes it so much easier. So anyway, I guess I'm going to remove this Perfect, and yeah, we're going to really reset it. Yep, it's all for the sake of the video. Let's get this rolling. Yeah, I'll do it on party 8 over here. I'll use the same team. Let's just set it all up again. Noctis, Paine and Wall with Shiva. Let's go. So I'm actually really surprised at how chaos viable Paine is. Like, she's actually really good. Because one of the biggest problems you have with enemies in chaos is the fact that they have such a big statistical advantage over you. Because, you know, when they get their invisible buffs up, they really just do a lot of damage. But of course, the great thing about Paine is that she not only increases your stats, she also decreases the enemy's stats as well. So she really increases the gap, or helps close the gap between your stats and the enemy's stats. So that really helps her be used in Chaos quests. So I've used one of each with Noctis. I'm going to shoot the star on C over here. Yeah, we'll do this. Just get it out of the way. I think this should be good enough. Let's get that Omega stack up. This thing is the real boss, to be honest. Let's use Break Attack first to decrease its stats, because that is kind of necessary. I want to start building up the Omega stacks on Noctis. Yeah, to be honest, I really don't want to deal with this thing when it's like... Let's get Shining Shield up, let's not risk it, you know what I mean? I'll take a Sword Dance, absolutely. So, let's Warp Strike Plus to get the Omega 2. Oh, and now it's just going to go straight into its shell. Which kind of sucks. But hey. Okay, we're now at Omega 5, which is great, and this thing has gone into its shell, which is not great. So I am not even going to bother trying to do like many bravery attacks here. I'm just going to go straight into Shining Shield, because it's just so tanky, it's ridiculous. I just don't see it being worth it using skills when it's got that much goddamn health. You know what I mean? Okay, how's its debuffs doing? Point blank warp is about to wear off, so let's set up with a warp strike. Get that stuff refreshed. Okay, so it's going to use an all attack. Not on my watch. Look at that defense. The battery from WoL really helps here. So yeah, it's just going to use its Great Geyser, and then yeah, it's going to go back into its shell. So if I use a HP attack ++ here, then I can use a warp strike before it goes into its shell, because this is our kind of main chance to do damage to it. Let's get all that damage shield up. So I'm actually going to steal a turn here with Noctis. This is one of the additional abilities I'm going to use. Because I just hate this thing. I just want it gone. So I'll let it get into its shell a second time, that's fine. She's still got turns left on wing arts or wing power, that's fine. Let's refresh everyone's shields. And we can use Conjure Omega here to refresh the Omega stats. That should be enough to break it. I hope it's enough to break it. It's not enough to break it. Oh well, we'll be fine. Because WoL is amazing. Wow, okay then. Stupidly tanky turtle, my goodness. Oh, it doesn't have break arts. It doesn't have like status break on it anymore. That's my bad. I should have paid attention to that. So it doesn't have point blank warp on it either. No wonder its defense is so tanky. Let's refresh that break attack. There, it's a bit easier to deal damage to it now, don't you think? Let's heal that up. Man, I hate turtles. I hate those things. Yeah, I'll use one of these. Why not? Not been using enough of them. Launches should help jack up the score a little bit. Paine's bravery attack during launch is really good. Noctis is even better, of course. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to reset because I misplayed it somewhat and I ran dry on skills, so you do have to be a little bit conservative here, but unfortunately my emulator seems to have dropped into 15 FPS mode, even though I put power consumption at high. I'm pretty sure it seems to have forgotten, so that's a thing. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get back to it. So I'm going to start off with a shooting star to drop the point blank warp on both of them to get the defense down, and I'm going to refresh everyone's shields because we kind of need it. Paine, meanwhile, is going to drop the status break on both of them in due time. So absolutely drop the EX whenever you can. We really need the extra skirmishes. And for WoL, I'm going to use one of his additional abilities now, so we get some extra bravery gen going on. Noctis is going to milk those HP pluses for all they're worth. Paine's going to drop the break attack on the other one because we need them both debuffed. Let's get the shields back up. So I'm gonna have to use a shooting star plus here, just so I don't waste the point blank warp on it. And now I am going to... Oh yeah, that actually worked out quite well, except it didn't, because if I don't use an Amiga here, I'm going to run out of Amiga. If you are using Noctis, you have to be careful about the Amiga stacks. Do not let them fall off. That's just not something you want to happen. Okay, so here this thing's got an all attack. It's got an all going on, so it's going to buff up everyone, and that's not really what we want to deal with right now. So I am actually going to do a set warp advance here. I'm going to warp strike on B. To steal a turn. And I'm actually just going to go into summon. And yeah, let's see. I really want to do shooting star plus on you, because we will still get the extra attack. I'll drop the sword dance on B, and then I will throw buckler on the other one with WoL, because WoL can battery everyone. Let's make use of those bravery attacks during the summon while we can. I'm going to plus on B over here. I think we're just going to basically burst down B at this point. That's the way this one is shaping up to look. Yeah, I'll get some damage on A while I can though. There we go. Okay, so we can drop Warp Strike on this thing. It's still going to buff up, and it's still going to heal, but we can't do anything about that at this point. Let's pop our last additional ability with Wall to get as much bravery regen as we can going on. Paine can drop the Sword Dance, and she's completely spent at this point. And this should do it, maybe. There we go. So yeah, you got to use those HP pluses and whenever you can sometimes, because if you just go ham constantly spamming skills, you are going to run out. But that should do it for this stage. Oh, slightly higher score as well. Okay, excellent. So that's tier 5 down. I'm sorry about the frame rate drop in the second half of this video, but yeah, unfortunately my emulator decided to play up and I wasn't about to reset the entire goddamn thing just to fix that. So hopefully you understand. I hope maybe this has helped some people out there, giving you some ideas. I wish you the best of luck in clearing this, and until the next one, take care and goodbye.